Lindia Willies-Jacobo. I'm professor of pediatrics at UC San Diego School of Medicine. I also serve as the assistant dean for diversity and community partnerships, and I'm the director of Prime Health Equity. The microaggressions, another huge issue, and there almost is not a day that goes by when I don't have a conversation with a student about something that was said in a small group or said by a lecturer. And again, it's usually our Black and brown students, and it's a very deep sense of unworthiness that the students feel, and it really creeps into other areas of their lives. I think the other piece to issues of microaggressions and stereotype threat is it tends to live in a subconscious space in the student's mind. So a lot of it is sort of that feeling that the student has. Many of our students will develop significant anxiety around test taking as a direct result of this concept of stereotype threat. As mentors, for me, it's been good to have a perspective for the students. So I've always felt incredibly sort of honored and kind of privileged to be able to sit before them and have that dialogue with them. I think especially since many of the students who come in to talk about these issues look like me, right? Not every single one, but to be able to affirm that, I think it's important to provide that level of affirmation. Many times, depending on who the student chooses to talk with initially, it may be downplayed in terms of, well, it's just in your head. And so for me to have the opportunity to affirm that, to simply say, I understand, I remember when I felt that too, and that by itself sometimes will have a student sit up and say, you did? And so seeing that I can share that experience with the student and then fast forward them to 30 years here we are now, and some of my own techniques, which are not necessarily any earth-shattering inventions, but I over time have developed my own mantra of worthiness that I've shared with students, and I've encouraged them to explore different ways for them to deal with this. But I think so much of it, of getting beyond those feelings, is even affirming it and acknowledging that it is real, that it exists, that it is not in their heads. And it is always interesting to me that simply by virtue of doing that, students will really begin to reflect a bit more and will then come in to celebrate sort of the successes that they've had beyond. Now, it still lives somewhere, but they're able to sort of immediately shift into a different self-dialogue.